25th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now,
Yeah.
Black Ink Radio.
What's up?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Sis. What's good?
Yes. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I know you're probably wondering, like, I'm back.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back.
We're glad you're back.
Yes. So, excited about this show, y'all. I've been doing well. Just giving praise to God, thanking that I'm here. Unfortunately, like you all didn't know, but Dre knew that I was in an accident. So everything is good. I'm well. So I'm glad to see y'all, my viewers, and let's get into this beautiful weather because spring is here.
First day of spring.
First day of spring. Let's get it popping.
Spring is my favorite season.
And why is that?
Well, because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. And I'm a Taurus and my birthday's next month.
Yes, indeed. We get ready for Miami next month. Yes, celebrating the Queen's birthday.
You know,
yes, indeed.
I take birthdays very seriously.
But you know what, though? Another thing that's crazy right now in the springtime, as we know, is the gas prices are soaring. Ridiculously out of control.
And it's up.
And it's crazy, you know, and when I was looking at this, you know, like driving now, they say like basically the average like price for gas right now is like $4.17 a gallon. Now, come on now. And with that being said, I'm like, no, I'm thinking to myself, like, so why are the gas prices soaring? And so for you all who do not know, apparently, like, now that COVID-19 is pretty much getting in control now, and people...
Oh, yeah, what happened to COVID? Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, well, apparently now that COVID is getting back under control, so they say a lot of, you know, companies and businesses are now basically releasing the restrictions. So with that being said, the consumer cost is going up because people are not going back to work. And most importantly is the situation with Russia and Ukraine. Yeah. You know, people don't understand how when wars happen, it does affect us, maybe not directly, but indirectly. Yeah. And one of the major things was the fact that because Russia, you know, with the U.S., they're like our major source of oil. Mm-hmm. You know, so the United States have pretty much, you know, sanctioned all the oil reservations that's in Russia. And with that being said, it has caused an increase in gas prices. I think they said actually it was 30%. And these gas prices are going to continue to rise.
They're going to continue to rise.
You know, and I think in California, it's up to $5 a gallon now. So, you know, like,
regular.
I mean, it's crazy, you know, like, and this war in President Biden saying what he's saying, you know, like, when I tell you, one thing I learned is that when we have war, guess what happens? It generates money to the economy. Period. And I feel like this war was never inevitable. Even though a lot of people in politics and a lot of the Democratic parties and Republican parties saying, you know, hey, look, we didn't want this to happen, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Who's getting richer? Them.
Not us.
They're not us. I'm just being real. Their pockets are getting
over to Ukraine. How many billions of dollars did we just send over there?
You know what I'm saying?
They passed a bill last week, sent a whole bunch of money.
A whole bunch of money. We're sending all this money to Ukraine. Yeah. And then us Americans, the taxes are being raised. Yeah. Okay, poverty is now being at an uptime high. Okay, and then now we have these gas prices that are continuing to make it a struggle for not the middle class as well too. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, cost of food, everything is rising up. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it just makes you think, like, you know, yeah, they said we're in this land of the free. I do say in America we are privileged to a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, I just feel like we're the puppets in a way. They play with us and they tell us what they're going to do for us when they get in office. But as we can see time and time again, like, they always drop the bomb. Period. You know, so, you know, just I pray that, you know, that, you know, these gas prices or whatever's going on, I hope things settle down, but just being realistically, they're not. So people get prepared, and that's why these gas prices are rising up. So the next time y'all sit up here and you want to pass up the right to go vote, make sure you voted because you just never know who you putting in office and what could happen if you get them in office.
Well,
Yeah.
on that.
So,
That
you
on
know,
that.
that's why the gas prices up. It is not just because we finna see all this Coachella and all these concerts and
Hell
festivals.
no.
It's
And
a deeper meaning behind that.
Hopefully, and for everybody out there, hopefully y'all don't vote Biden again. I hope y'all see the ruckus he has
Yeah.
caused, and he not no
You know,
more.
and I just pray that he makes it to next year. Cause I'm just being he looks like
He's
is
in bad shape.
a couple of breaths away. Nothing. I
can't
pray.
even.
I
I
really
don't
pray.
even.
How do y'all
You
feel
know.
about the crime and stuff? Because that's another thing with gas prices. And
Yeah.
food, crime is starting to go up.
People
Warm
stealing
weather.
gas. You know when it start getting warmer,
Yep,
people start acting up.
they do.
They start acting up.
You know,
People stealing gas. It's caught on video because it's cameras everywhere now. Cameras
Yeah.
are everywhere. People stealing gas. It's not even at this all-time high now, like as high as it can be. And people are already stealing gas. We already had when COVID started, all these road rage and just deaths that were happening for no reason, just
Yeah.
for.
You know what? I was scrolling through Instagram, like on the Shade Room, and can you believe I came across some young lady who worked for Burger King. She got charged with shooting a customer. I think she got shot in the chest. She shot the customer because the customer threw a pack of mayonnaise at her.
Yeah.
Like
Killed her?
that's I don't know if she died or not, but
Fatally shot.
she was fatally shot. So like that's insane. Like we live in a world now where you need to watch what
can
you're
tick you
doing.
off,
What can
yeah.
people are really don't have any type of management when it comes to controlling anger, tempers, whatever it is. The crime is at its worst, and it's getting
getting
it's gonna
worse.
keep on
Yeah,
getting
it's
worse. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just insane. And then even going today, you know, we was hearing about the situation with Young Thug.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, like with Young Thug, like you know,
His baby mama.
yes, baby mama was shot. Like
yeah, in the bowling alley, they were celebrating. Was it a birthday party?
Yeah, it was her best friend's
assuming.
birthday.
Her best friend's birthday, and apparently allegedly her and a guy was arguing over a bowling ball, and he fatally shot her in the bowling the
Parking lot. He waited for her.
It was in the parking lot. I thought it was
Yeah.
in there.
Nah, he waited 20 minutes
He
for
waited
her
20
outside.
minutes.
So my question is, do you think it was over the bowling ball, or do you think it's gang related? Do you think it's something to do with the Young Thug and who's the one that's in jail right now?
Rallo.
Nah, Lucci.
Lucci.
Oh, Lucci,
mean-
wife and Lucci. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to see. Cause like you really get mad over a bowling ball.
But you know what,
or
though?
Is it deeper than that?
exactly, because like we weren't there, so we can only just speculate, you know. But like for me, just being like in my train of thought, I feel like there were probably more words exchanged.
Oh, of course.
It was she could have possibly snapped off and been like, you know who my baby daddy is, or you all this other stuff, or I could end you, or whatever. I think it could have got to the point where she might have threatened him possibly, because for somebody to come and wait to shoot you, you gotta say something to that person to make them want to, either you threatening their life or saying what you gonna do. Like it just doesn't happen over a bowling ball. That's what I'm thinking.
No, because I said
It
what I
could have
would do
been-
a lot.
I feel bad because she's the
Me
victim. She's the victim.
She
now.
is.
and that's her son is gonna be without a mom.
And it's another situation too of
Linked
black
again.
on black crime.
Black on black crime.
Black on black crime. Like,
And two of his homeboys last week got
excuse me, y'all.
two of his
Sorry about that.
homeboys last week got shot on a freeway.
Yeah, man. Prayers, man. Shout out to Young Thug, man.
Yeah.
God, man, that shit got to be rough.
So that's why I just asked and raised the question: is this all coincidence, or is it all like retaliation? Is it get back? Is it gang related? Like, what is it? And even though Young Thug, just seeing his growth over the years, like he's mature and stuff, but a lot of things that you do in the past do catch back up with you.
I totally agree.
A lot of people don't forget it. They hold grudges and they wait till the right time to get back.
That is true. You know, like we was having a conversation, and you know, G was making a valid point. You know, he was saying how like, not only does he feel bad for Young Thug, but at the same time, it's like what we did, those demons and those skeletons in your closet, the things that we did in our past, things that could have been detrimental. You know, it is true when they say, you know, you reap what you sow, and you might not reap it instantly,
Right.
but at the same time, it could possibly come later on. It can come through your offspring. It can come through someone that's closely related to you. And this is just something that we talk about when we, you know, think about like our actions and making sure that you are having all of your squares in a row. Making sure that my main philosophy is, you know, doing unto others as I would want them to do unto me. And so with this man, like you said, he's grown a lot. Young Thug has grown a lot, you know, because I'm just being real. I didn't listen to his music like that because he was all the sound effects and and all that. I'd be like, okay, bro, pipe down. Like, what? So he'll just being real. I'll be like, what is that? I don't want to hear all that. Get me in the back door. You know, all this stuff. I'd be like, bro, it ain't about the money. I'm like, bro, chill out. I know my vowels. I know how to spell. So, but now, you know, he really has grown. Like, he has grown into the situation now where he's a respectable young man. He's trying to make a change in his life. So to see these, you know, negative things happen to him, my prayers go out to him and his family. Yeah. You know, that's another life lost.
Dang,
you know?
another. It's
But
sad.
then, like,
It's sad.
crime everywhere, man. I pray for everybody this summer. It's gonna be
This summer is gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
it'll be a rough
'cause
summer.
it's everywhere because crime has gotten since COVID has happened. Crime has gotten so bad. Like it's this senseless
the
crime.
PPP,
crimes.
the PPP money dried up. Also, I think it's playing a role in it because people were taking that money and they were living life like it was no tomorrow, and now you know tomorrow has come.
Yes, sir.
Them folks getting arrested too.
They
They getting arrested.
yeah, like-
going out here tricking off with that PPE, that money, that loan money. Oh yeah, I'm balling out.
Right.
Yeah.
The government was like, okay. That was a trap. That was a whole setup.
It
All
really
of it.
was.
All
you
of it was
know.
a whole setup. Anyway, on to the next thing.
What's up? So everyone's man. Can you please help tell me about what's going on between Lil Baby and his baby mama Jada?
Okay.
So we see obviously all this stuff on social media. What's going on with that?
So allegedly they broke up like a few months ago. Like that's the type of couple to get back together, break up, get back together, break up, get back together.
Typical.
But allegedly he's been cheating on her. They've been together for 6-7 years. They do have a child together, and he's been cheating on her on and off. Unknowingly, knowingly, I don't know.
Like every other rapper.
But exactly. And then he caught her texting a guy, and basically, you know how when men cheat, it's all right.
He hurt his ego.
But when
His
men
ego.
get cheated on, his heart drops into his ass.
His chest hurt.
His heart drops into the ass. You know, it's like damn. It's like it's a gut punch.
Why
it's
me,
a gut
Lord?
punch.
Yeah.
Why me?
Right.
talking about this last week?
But nigga,
What did I do to- what did I do
you been
to-
cheating on you. Been
what did
cheating
I
on
do
me
to
for
deserve
the
this?
You been cheating on me for the last 6 years. What you mean?
Shit, what did I do to
I
deserve
just,
this?
I just
You
cheated.
took Sweetie to
See,
Chanel.
But you know what? He's very open in his music. You know, I listen to Lil Baby on the way in every day, and he even says in his song, he said, "Yo, he got a song called Close Friends." You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about all of that, and he's like, "Yo, you act like I wasn't paying him." Like he says it in his songs, like that he do him, but you know, I don't care about them. I care about you.
So they're prostitutes?
I mean,
Or transactional
well,
relationships.
allegedly, you know, he has a price. He's I just want to say allegedly because I wasn't there. I ain't stick his dick in, but he hits a lot of these Instagram models, and you know, from allegedly $5,000 each. It just and it's quick, like you said, it's transactional. They come in, boom, get it done, you keep it moving, like
Wow.
and a lot of them, trust me,
Oh, I'm
So?
sure it's a lot of them.
a lot of them.
So I mean, like, and that just goes back to you, like, don't if you can't take it, all right,
You can't take it.
then don't dish it. Another thing too, as men, and even as a rapper, instead of portraying the image like I'm a F these, you know what's, and all this other stuff, like, do not be real with yourself. Like, be real and just be honest that hey, as men, we have feelings. as men, hey, dang, I say I love you and I care about you, and you can do you on this day. It's a
double standard.
But when you come, he's just being real. Like, little baby he got caught up in his feelings. Like, he really cared for the girl.
So before you get into the double standard piece, because you could go into with that, T make a good point.
But I'm just being real.
So the last time I know a rapper to do what Terrence just said, it came back to bite him in his ass.
Who?
Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti.
And that song, Pride to the Side, in 2014. And the album came out in 2013.
That's what Dolph kept talking about.
Dolph got his ass.
Yeah. Dolph kept talking about it.
He said, I went through your phone, I seen the text message, and it like hurt me. That's basically what Gotti said. Unbeknownst to me at the time, he's talking about Young Dolph.
But Young Dolph put it in all his music.
And he ended up coming out.
He said she wanted to fuck me with my diamond chains.
Again, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Yeah. I love Young Dolph.
Shout out to Dolph.
Young Dolph. But that happened. He was honest about his feelings. He was honest about how it hurt him.
And about a woman?
About his baby mama.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to me at the time, I'm listening to the song like, damn, this is deep. Like Terrence just said, like, man, he's being open with his feelings. What happens? Don't play with me.
Play with your bitch. See, for real, that's fucked up.
I mean, but this is the thing, but I think this goes back to our episode that we had last week. If you did tune in, if you haven't, you can still go on to YouTube. Yes, and all our streaming platforms. With just being honest with the woman or the man up front, saying, okay, this is what it is. Like, you can be my main chick, but I'm gonna have this chick, this chick, this chick, and this chick. And fortunately for a young baby, little baby, he has the assets to support many different women.
He's gifted now.
He's
one of the fewest. Matter of fact, as far as the new school wave of like rappers, like Lil Baby has the. How can I put it? Like, I could sit back and listen to him. He reminds me of like some of the old Pac records, and then some of like the new school with like J. Cole. Like, Lil Baby can hang. Like, he really is a talented rapper.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like you said, he can provide the means of doing these things.
So I think I don't know Jada. I don't know if
I just think Lil Baby just need to suck it up. I'm just being real.
Can I ask you a question?
Up, you know?
Can I ask you a question? So, he been doing this for years. Since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And she, of course, was not allowed to cheat. So, like, my question is he wrong for having these feelings? If my thing is, in this relationship, the agreement, like, naturally their relationship was, I cheat, you don't. And then now you breaking the code of what our relationship was. Do you think that she's wrong for that? In like, cause my thing is, if we together and you allow me to cheat, but I'm not allowing you to cheat.
No, that's bullshit.
Is it wrong for me to be hurt?
Bullshit.
Now that you changed the narrative of our relationship 8 years later?
Actually,
no.
Bullshit.
I think Terrence is right to agree with him, Drew. Did you hear what he just said?
She agreed in the beginning, but it's still. But
what's wrong?
When a woman's fed up,
that is now.
We renegotiate the contract,
right?
Now, but see,
it ain't nothing you can do about it.
And that's here's my thing right here. That's the major thing that I don't agree with. Like, that just rubbed me, like the contract. Like, when we talking about. You talking about a relationship. You talking about people's feelings. You talking about being intimate with this person. You talking about this. You my baby mama. You have my child.
Right.
A contract, like, this ain't no business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me, this is us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we looking at it as a contract, then of course you cannot expect to have feelings for somebody if you're looking at it from a business standpoint. Because what they say, you don't do any type of business.
Take the contract out, because you're looking too deep with the contract.
Okay.
Now, you meet somebody in the beginning, you set your boundaries. My boundaries is you can't cheat. Your boundaries is I know you do you, so do you, just don't let me find out. That's the boundaries we made.
Okay, cool.
So you watching me do me, and you're fine just as long as you don't see it. I'm watching you not do shit. I'm not fine with you doing anything. We set our boundaries in the beginning. What I'm saying is, when it's time to change, we need to talk about that before you just go change that.
Makes sense.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I understand, but at the same time, people outgrow people.
So the same person tell me
the same person that she was or that he was when he was first out there getting it. To where she at now, she done probably evolved to the point where, like he said, that she was already making money when he met her. She was already on that boss woman stuff.
Right.
You know, so I guess like when it comes to like growing and evolving as a person, you're not the same one that you once was. And so I feel like that's something that, yeah, you should have a mature conversation about, hey, look, this is where we at. But at the same time, if you're not communicating with me and got me looking this type of way, why I got to do the same thing too?
But I've been doing it the whole relationship. What did they communicate about?
Things growing.
What if she been doing the whole
You ain't
relationship
never
and
know.
just got caught?
He just got us. Like I said, at the end of the day, little baby,
Because she's an attractive girl. She probably been doing her own thing the whole time.
She has allegedly.
She probably just got caught.
Right.
And that's what it is.
He just need to man up.
Because I'll be damned if you gonna come to me and be like, I can be with this, and this, and then I'm like, okay, nigga, I'm gonna have this, and this too. Like what?
Yeah, but you should say that from the beginning.
And that's what
Because my thing is, if we decide to be one-on-one and we not cheating on each other, and then boom, at some point you decide to deal with whoever you want, you should talk to me first.
Yeah, of course. And that's what the conversation we had last week. Like, because people evolve, people do change.
Yes.
They do.
And if you don't change, something is wrong.
Yeah.
So sometimes your feeling does change for the person.
Yeah.
You want other things. You want more. You want to grow or whatever you want. You may want somebody else. You may want some polygamy, somebody who is giving you something that your partner's not giving you. So you go to your partner and you talk to him about it and see what the solutions can be.
But I think they probably just us looking in, because we don't know what goes on in their relationship.
Right.
I feel like they probably have had so many discussions back and forth. They've been on and off for so long.
Yeah.
You know, to the point where like it's not a surprise to, okay, hey, look, you do you and I'm doing me. Like when they love each other. They're going to always have love for one another.
Yeah.
But I think the situation is like I said, with Lil Baby, hey, man, look, what they say, when pride comes, guess what comes after pride? Default. When your ego gets to a certain point, you thought that, hey, I can have my way any type of way I want it, how I'm going to do it. And when that ego got too clouded, it clouded his vision, he got woke up and got brought back down to reality.
But the sad thing about it is,
it is what it is.
When a woman does it to a man, the man will never look at her the same. But we as women always take the man back, and it's probably about 90% of men, well, probably less than. It's probably about 30% of men that take the woman back, but it's probably about 90% of women who take the man back.
Well, true, but she got his child, so she gonna always hold a special spot in his heart. And I just feel like they gonna get past it if they do. And look,
there's too much technology today.
It's just
right. It's too, in this generation,
people seeing too much.
Like
he saw something.
There's no privacy.
Yeah, it's no privacy, and with no privacy, no boundaries.
Facts.
And you know, speaking about that too, man. So Lil Baby, man, look, hey, suck it up, bro.
Love Lil Baby.
Keep doing your music. Hey, work on being a better version of yourself tomorrow, bro.
And Jada, don't worry about it, babe, because you still look good. You can get any nigga out here that you want to who got bankroll too.
All right. Since we talking about females, we talking about this whole situation with what's right and double standards, we got to get on my girl Latto. So Latto was recently in an interview where she was talking about how it's been difficult for her to get verses cleared by other artists, male artists. And she was saying the reason why is because these men in the industry don't know how to keep things strictly business.
Right.
While they're holding the clearing for a verse that she has for the song with the artist because she didn't respond to his DM.
Yeah, they're holding the album hostage.
They're holding the album hostage because she didn't respond to his DM.
Yeah.
Now to me right there, and she didn't say the names, but she did say that it was a male.
Wow.
And that's what she's battling right now. She's like, you know what? I got a dude in this because why can't we keep things 100? I don't have to basically give up. I mean, keep it business. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I don't have to entertain you when this is about business because I didn't respond to your DM.
And I think that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Long.
So let's talk about that. You know, like so how is it?
It's bad. So when it's time and for that male, when it's time for your album to come out, come see my hairdresser, come see my uncle, come see the label of this man, go in there and let him pop your booty hole and see what it's gonna be like. Period. How about that?
I mean,
Make the roles reverse in the same way. Since you want to sit there and sleep with me, because and you want to hold my album up because I won't give you my cookie, this punani, this kitty cat. Okay, let's hold your record up and your concert and your touring up because you haven't slept with my manager, who's a male, or you haven't slept with my hairstylist, who's a male. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's just go both ways. You don't sit there and tell me that you're gonna hold my album up, holding up my money because I won't sleep with you. That's little dick energy. And Kodak Black was on, then said it on many different platforms that if you come sign on his record album, he has to sleep with you if you are a female because he don't want to. If you have to come into a late night studio session, he don't want no male energy coming in the way of your studio time. So if you are going to sign with him, you have to fuck him. Period.
Allegedly.
No, that's not allegedly. He said that.
Shit, Ross said the same thing. He said, "I don't sign girls because I'm a child. I'm a fuck them."
But that's just that is just ridiculous. That is crazy. But if it was the other way around, it's a problem with it.
But you know what people don't know? It do be the other way around. And some of these niggas are here because they let somebody play with their booty hole. A lot of these rappers.
Yeah.
Some woman.
Hey, but you know what? That just goes to show you too that people will lose respect for themselves.
Yeah.
Just to get fame.
I didn't think about it like that.
People will lose respect. I would degrade myself and I would lose my morals just because I want that worldly gratification.
Period.
And I want it instantly.
Too bad. It's we got the Kardashians, we got Superhead, we got it's too many. We can go down the line of people who done lost their morals to be at the stature at what they are right now.
And that's just the ones that you know.
Yeah,
so and those are the ones that we know. Exactly.
So it's crazy people that did it and you don't even know they are.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
You be sitting in the room with them, be like,
"But hey,
the world."
But one thing I can
know
tell
some
you,
niggas I can't talk about.
Hey,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I know some people too.
But at the same time, though, I'm telling you right now, everything that's done in the dark always comes to the light. So whatever you build your foundation on, guess what? It might get you up there for momentary time, but you won't last. You won't stay up there.
That's why I be like, because people like telling me they deepest, darkest secrets. I be like, why y'all would like to fuck with me? Because I can just eat you up.
Well, we so glad she a child of God. Yes, she is.
I mean, I'll say this.
And spit you out. But I ain't that type of person.
No.
If I was a father
That's why you fly. That's why you're a queen.
If I was the father of that young lady or the uncle, or if that was my significant other, I wouldn't want them put in that position at all.
Okay, so cut whoever's holding up that album because he don't want it out because she didn't do it.
Crazy.
Cut him out.
Me
Bye.
too.
Goodbye.
I
And never
love
work
Kodak.
with him
I
good.
love Kodak like I love Baby. They make good music.
And then we need to come together as women and be like, this is not right. Period. And like, we're not gonna work with him. Period. Like, and hold the big female rappers to this, like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. We're not working with Kodak Black because that's disrespectful to women. Period. You cannot say a whole album's gonna be held up because I wouldn't give you none. No, we're not having that.
Then you gotta
just don't work with. Stop working with them.
Like Terrence was just saying about
I give him blue balls.
Opportunity.
Yeah, just stop working with him. We stop working with these men that give you that ultimatum. Now, if it's your prerogative to do it, because I mean, some women just want to do it. That's a different story. That is different. But if you are forcing a woman to do it so she can climb up in the industry, and you're giving her an ultimatum, man, fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, again, Terrence made a good point about Rich made a good point as well. It's probably been going on in this industry for a very long time.
I know it has.
Of course. But it's changed.
I grew up in the industry.
So it's changed. And not to cut you off, G, but just like how we've seen, like with females, rappers, and MCs, how they have evolved to where you can't even turn on the radio and even like top Billboard, the top 40 songs, there is at least out of them top 40 songs, it's going to be at least 6 to 7 or 10 female MCs that are dominating the charts. So things have changed to where these women have power and they've gained their respect.
Right.
So with this situation with Latto, it's to the point now where whoever you are that's doing this, if she were to really go hard,
Yeah,
she would have the support and she could
could do some
end him.
damage.
She could do some serious damage, and she protected him by not saying his name.
Yeah, real
So, you know, like the platform that women have now in the industry is so much better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
So I can say that, you know, in that, like, I really hope that whoever is doing it can really just go ahead and do what he got to do to make this thing be smooth under water on the bridge. Because if not, Lotto, I encourage you to go forth and put them out, put them on blast. Don't be afraid.
I say don't be afraid either, because
Put them on blast.
that behavior should no longer, like, we need to stop like holding these men to this standard, like, it's because it's a male dominated industry, and it's going to continue to happen, just like racism is going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen, but it shouldn't happen at the rate that it does, especially that women, we are doing so much in the rap game now, and we have so much more power.
Y'all are doing a lot in society, period.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, in society, period. So in society, period. So why are we putting up with so much from these males and just take over? We need to take our power back instead of always giving it to the males and bowing down. What did Beyonce say? Bow down, bitches. Y'all bow down to us. Like, that's not like. Let me don't get me right. Because I will go on.
But anyway, so moving right along, y'all. If you have not got a chance to see the situation that's going on with Wendy Williams,
you know, I love me some Wendy Williams.
How you doing?
How you doing? We miss you.
Yeah. So Wendy, if you don't know this or not, Wendy Williams has been in a situation where Wells Fargo has basically stopped her from having access to any of her accounts. So basically, they're deeming her incompetent due to her mental health, wellness. They feel like she's not in a sound state of mind, due to the drug uses that she has been dealing with and struggling with, and then also to the fact that her show, you know, is now being canceled due to Wendy's health. To me, I feel like when she came out and had the interview with Good Morning America, she was basically saying that, you know, I am in good health state of mind. I got the mental body and I have the mental capacity and the physical body strength of a 25-year-old. And she was like, to anybody else that want to understand, you know, why this is happening to me, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is the fact that when you got other people out here trying to control your money and your account, they're going to do anything and make you sound crazy because they have their own ulterior motives.
But who can take over her account?
Well, I'm assuming that it's the fact that because she has had a couple of episodes where she has been dealing with substance abuse and they've had to take her and get her out of her house, and she, even you can see with the weight loss, everything, she doesn't look healthy.
Okay, but she's not married anymore. So who's governing? Who's her?
That I don't know.
Because like, who's her power of attorney? Because whoever this is really doesn't have her best interest. Because she sounded like she wasn't sound mind in that.
She did, and so I know she's working towards with her attorney. She's working to have the judge and them rule her competent to be able to have access over her accounts. But right now they're just going through this battle right now in court where they're still holding her funds from her.
That is crazy. You cannot hold a grown woman's woman. That's like with Britney Spears and what's the other one?
Who?
The one who's
Are y'all sure this is not due to something she said? She talks about
it wasn't due to something she said. This was actually due to her mental wellness and her state of mind.
So it's straight health.
Yeah, it's straight health.
Yeah, her mental health. Because she was spiraling.
Yeah, well, another part of the reason was she was having large amounts of money withdrawn out on a daily basis. And so when, sometimes when you have like an account, like we know, if you continue to withdraw certain types of money, they're gonna red flag and be like, where is this money coming from?
But it's her money.
And I heard it's like the actual bank that's stopping this. Like, not like somebody else.
Wells
That's
Fargo.
what's crazy.
Yeah.
So
like
it's
the bank.
So it's the bank.
The bank saying, we don't know what's going on. We don't know if somebody's robbing you. We don't know if somebody's doing this. So we're just going to stop this and hold the money.
It sounds like until the smoke clears, the necessary precaution, is being taken to.
This has been going on for months.
Yep.
But then, okay, so the
It's
show's
just bad.
Well, the
When,
show-
it's
yeah.
it's
The
bad when
show's been
she show
canceled.
up
Yeah.
saying, "Okay, I'm good. This is me. I did it. Give me my money."
Yeah.
It's bad when y'all don't release it then.
Yeah.
When I'm here saying I'm good and can I have my money?
Right.
But then of course, the media and the press are going to spin their narratives and
Right.
the pictures they have of Wendy. I'm just being real and just being a person who have actually, suffered from substance abuse. I know what that looks like, and homegirl did not look like she was
You think
healthy.
she got back on the snuff?
Yeah, the cocaine. So she. I mean, I'm just. This is
Allegedly.
me looking allegedly. Me looking and seeing because I know where I came from. Thank you. I'm sober today. But I know when I see someone out there that is struggling, that are in need, and they're kind of in denial or they're embarrassed. But
So why they cancel the show?
they canceled the show
Correlate
because she
everything
was.
for me.
So basically, Wendy Williams, after she had her episode where she was passing out and she was taking time off of the show, it come to find out that she was also indulging in substance abuse, so different types of drugs. And so they were having until she were to get healthy, and she wouldn't leave the house, and she was out doing certain things with other people. They basically kept having co-hosts fill in for her, watching her, just kind of trying to
It's still
keep
the
everything
Wendy
under.
Williams show.
Yeah, it's still her
They're
show,
still under
but
contract until like
Exactly.
2020, whatever.
but then I think I forgot her name.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. I think it was Sherry. I forgot her name. The funny
Sherry
lady,
Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd,
or the Sherry Williams.
I think it's Sherry Shepherd. I think it's
Shepherd
Sherry
with
Shepherd.
the
Yeah,
big titties.
with a big breast. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
She's gonna take over the show.
So she was basically the permanent host on Wendy Williams' show, and I'm so glad she didn't. She kept it really classy, giving respect to Wendy. But now Sherry Shepherd is getting her own show.
Yeah,
and they're
because they
canceling.
said they've been doing.
Wendy
She's been doing
Williams'
really
show.
good on the show.
Yeah, so all of and this, what
Yes,
this
Sherry Shepherd.
this being real though. Like Wendy Williams has had a great run, and some people
Legendary run.
some people have had this, to
she's
say
legendary.
People have had this to say about her, where they said, she spent so much time talking about people and degrading other people and all of these things, and now that something has happened to her personally, because it's not the first time that she's been in the spotlight situation with the divorce, and all of that. People are like, well, she gets a taste of how it feels when you're putting someone else's business out there in front of the world to see.
Yeah.
Now you're in this light. How does it feel?
Yeah, I know people when she was going through her divorce. That was on her show because I'm a Wendy fan because she's uncandid. She don't care
She
who
gonna
it
keep
is,
it how it is.
and she said she didn't have any friends because of that.
Yeah.
She was like, "This is my job." She said, "I talk about people. I'm a candid. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Like I have my family, my husband, who was you can see that he was controlling.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say what I want to say. And as long as I have my husband to back me and I have my child and I'm protected, I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say." So when everything came out about the baby and the girlfriend he was dating for all these times, she was the hot topic. She had to talk about herself on her own show. And she said she felt like, dang, I had to. She said she had to apologize to so many people because dang, you be in a world, especially in the world they're in, they're in the 1%, they're rich.
Yeah.
And the people that you can be free, that you are in the run circles with, are these rich celebrities. So you have to go and apologize to these celebrities for talking about them. She had to apologize to the Kardashians. She had to apologize to Kanye. She had to apologize to Nene Leakes. She had to apologize to a lot of people.
It's called humility.
Yeah, she had to apologize to a lot of people because she just say whatever she want to say, and I think that's what made her Wendy. If she didn't do what she did, she wouldn't be where she is right now.
True.
But like you said, it's always gonna come back to bite you. You always can't judge.
Speaking of cancellation,
Yeah.
they pulled Kanye off the Grammys and banned his
Yes.
Instagram last.
And I don't understand
tired of
that.
all
But I'm tired of it too. But I
You know
don't
what?
understand it either because I think that just has something to do with the Kardashians because he's not the only one that spirals and talks shit and do all that
That's why I
stuff.
brought it up. Y'all made me
But
think
yeah.
about it.
He's not the only one who does that, and they gonna pull him off the Grammy because he's not the only one that does stuff like that.
It is, and I'm glad you say that because I'm going to read you this post now. So, I didn't think about it this way, but the game basically put a post out there, and I'm going to read it to y'all. So, basically what the game said, y'all, the game was saying that when will all the black entertainers, athletes, actors, producers, writers, directors, media, etc. figure it out? He went on a post. He says, time and time again, they show us that they only want to steal the culture, not allow you to ever be their equals. In a more than obvious move for reasons of ministerial actions, the Grammys have at the last minute decided to pull Kanye West from performing on the show as if we didn't know it was coming. Could it be because at Trevor Noah is hosting and there was a conversation held amongst his team and the Academy that led to the decision? Or is it because Ye's account was suspended because Ye's account was suspended anyway, for reasons unknown, especially in a world where all the negatives of the world can be found on the same app with no repercussions or suspensions? We'll just say it's all of the above and a continuous disrespect for us and all that we have brought to the table in entertainment, media, and sports over the last 100 years especially.
Yeah.
When you think about that, and I didn't even get a chance to even...
For us, black
culture,
people. Mm-hmm.
Like how anytime it's dealing with a black artist or entertainer
Nick
or
Cannon,
athlete, all these people...
Kevin Hart.
We pull them...
What's his name? Kanye West. They all try to pull him off these very renowned award shows or platforms because of what they said 10 years ago. Yeah. And all this, it's like, what?
Didn't Kanye pee on his Grammy Award?
Yeah, and that was years ago.
He been doing so much controversy at the Grammys. Yeah. What about the time when Taylor Swift had won, when she won a Grammy? Yeah. He was like, "Oh, scratch that, Taylor." Hey, Beyonce had the best video.
That was VMAs.
That was VMAs. Okay, well, he's known. My bad. He's known for always making some type of controversy at award shows. It's not the first time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think like the crazy part about it is. And I asked UT, I asked both of y'all, was Wendy being censored? Is Kanye being censorship is what I'm focusing on. Like, to the point where we're relying on these platforms that we don't control, that we don't even invest in, that could just take you out, erase you. Like, they banned him. You know what I'm saying?
I think
they banned him. Then the Grammys came through. To your point, maybe the Kardashians had a pull.
I think it's because of them.
It's everything.
Because
that affects his business. Like
I know, and that's what was not making it fair. Because he's not the only one that be going off on the internet. He's not the only one.
It's because he done went off on several different people, and they want to consider him as some type of cyber bully. But at the same time, with Kanye West, what they did when they pulled him from the show, all they were trying to do is trying to prove a point once again that at the same time. They feel like they can give us opportunities and they can take them away. That's how they feel.
No matter how much
money you have.
I think they honestly trying to prove a point because when Kanye put his last album out, he put it out on that device he got. And that's the only way you can get it. Yeah. So that's like saying fuck Tidal, fuck Apple Music, and fuck Google Music.
You know what that reminds me of?
So what happens is the Grammys, those are probably their sponsors. Their sponsors like, this nigga ain't fucking with us. No, don't let him come to you.
I'm worried about him.
You get what I'm saying?
That reminds me of Prince.
Remember,
towards the later half of Prince's career, he was dropping album after album after album, and it wasn't like the albums were being promoted in a conventional way like a normal Prince project.
Right.
But he was dropping so much music, and you would have to like go to his website to buy it or go to his show. You know, it became real like an organic experience to get his newer music.
Right.
And I just feel like Kanye got this Tupac energy around him right now.
But what's wrong with that? Because at a point in time, you couldn't get in certain stuff unless you subscribe to Tidal.
Yeah, but
that was Tidal, and that's Jay-Z, and that's the powers that be.
Yeah,
that's Kanye's not a power that be, and
he took his stuff off of that.
Yeah, he's like kiss my ass to everybody, and he's not sharing his money with nobody in the industry.
And he's a billionaire.
Right.
And he got the power to do it.
Right. Yeah. So I think they're trying to show us that no matter how much money you get, we will still sit you down.
We will still cancel you.
Yeah.
You know? Like you're not inevitable to
we can still cut you off.
Exactly.
They cut him off Instagram for 24 hours. I'm like, God damn, nigga.
Just for 24 hours.
But then they banned President Trump. But at the very end of his presidency.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because I've never seen a president like
get banned.
So it's like, okay, this is setting precedent for other things. So I hope people are paying attention, like, because it starts with the celebrities. and it works its way down.
I seen this
You
Trump
can't get
interview.
too much power.
I seen this Trump interview where he explained exactly why the gas prices is up. He explained what he did to get us like 30. He got us like so much extra gas while he was in
Keystone
office.
Pipeline.
Right,
Yeah.
and he explained that they used all that up in like one. He was just explaining some stuff, and I promise you, a week later I was trying to show somebody the interview, and it was gone. It doesn't fit the YouTube guidelines.
No.
Minus all he was doing was really talking about what's really going on in that office.
Yeah, and
Giving
Ye
us information.
jumped out there supporting
You know what I mean?
him.
They're trying to make an example once again out of Kanye, like they did with so many other black entertainers. Think about what they did, the situation with Bill Cosby when he wanted to come. All these
Couldn't even prove
women,
nothing.
these women did not come up out of the blue until Bill Cosby came to NBC wanting to buy the network.
Period.
He had that amount of cash that he could come and propose to buy NBC.
True.
Now all of a sudden, all this, like, you got to just think about it. Like, if you do not fit the criteria of what they want, when a person gets too much power, when a person is what they consider uncontrollable or uncoachable. Oh, I can't control him, so he has his own mind. So I got to make sure that I keep this from getting into the minds of other people that could be empowered by what he's doing. So let me go ahead and crush the snake. Let me crush the head on the snake right now. But what they fail to realize is it's gonna be another Kanye. Like it's gonna be another Pac one day.
Yeah, but like
somebody who is going to continue to not meet their ideal.
Here's what's scary, though, T, with the way the world has evolved. If it's another Pac or another Kanye down the road,
yeah.
With the way the world is digitized now, they could just cut you off. So if they see you coming, we got another one coming. Thinks for himself, outspoken, independent, self-sufficient.
Okay, you have other outlets too.
That's the thing, though. Like, to Richard's point, he dropped his music on STEM Player, and the commodification and the monetization that we are accustomed to with albums and the accessibility we're accustomed to with albums, you can't get Donda 2 on Apple Music. You can't see it on the Billboard chart, like you said, with all the female artists that doing it. Kanye said, "I'm gonna drop it my way."
And what, did it make money?
Yeah. But like
that nigga is making $1 million a day.
The pre-order sales,
to his point,
out the roof.
If other artists start taking that route,
they gonna fuck them other people up.
Destroy the
They want to show you how to do
There's
that.
no middleman. No more.
You got to think about it. That little box he's talking about, I think it's like $200, right?
Yeah,
for that
$200.
thing? It's $200 and it come with the album. So so many people bought it. I'm telling you, he was putting his sales on his page. It was over $1 million a day.
they will take you out of here.
Yeah.
They'll take. That's why I say he got a Pac energy right now. I'm praying. Like at first, it was kind of like, okay, get off. I'm annoyed, tired of seeing this every week. To some degree, the back and forth between him and his wife is still very annoying.
Right,
it is
But
annoying.
like the business side, the music side, and what he's doing. Like, all right, bro, we gonna have to pray for you because.
Oh, see, I didn't know it was like that.
Taking this to a whole nother place.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they'll turn you off. They show you they'll turn you off on Instagram and they will cancel you off the Grammys. You get your security.
But you know
It was
what?
a security hat.
And
Security up.
just even going to what G was just saying about, like, you know, T, you was saying like I'm nervous, you know, I'm just scared, is the fact that for people that are coming up, like who could be the next, you know, Pac or the next Kanye or the next big icon, like you were just saying, G, how, you know, you're afraid that they can easily be cut out. You know what I'm saying? Before it gets to it, just with how they're doing everything right now. But I'm here to say this right now. One thing that I know and what I've seen is that no matter when God has placed a talent in your life, when he has instilled in you a gift, it doesn't matter what people try to do or what the world will try to do. He will use you and he will allow you to. They don't got to accept you, but guess what? They will approve you. So, like, you got to get to, I'm in a state of mind now where it's not even about thinking about what other people can do. People like Kanye, I feel like they know themselves to the extreme where, hey, look, I don't care what you got to say. I'm not going to stop being me. I'm not going to put aside my talent or how I'm feeling to fit in your box. And even though it can come off as destructive and he deals with a lot of other mental health issues, this man still has a gift. Like, even his gospel album was the #1 selling. I mean, it was streaming like it was the top album sold that year. The gospel album.
You know, on that note,
so we gotta pray for him.
Yeah, you took it out of my mouth.
We'll pray for him.
Kanye West. Start putting that out there more because
it's
easy to talk about him and make fun of him and laugh at it because that shit is funny sometimes. But I feel that energy, and I'm like an empath.
Yeah,
Drea knows that about me. I can feel your energy, and even with what you was just saying, people like that are really outspoken even about God right now in this day and age and keeping their morals and their principles, they're becoming like enemies of the state.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, even on his documentary.
You see what I got on right now, right?
I feel you.
The Holy
even
Ghost.
on his documentary, he
Jesus
said before his meetings and stuff, he had to take a bipolar pill just so he can translate alien into English.
This is usually how it ends for artists. If you pay attention, like this is how it starts to end. Like, we niggas get too real.
We gonna pray that's not.
I think Kanye. I think he's ready though. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah, like something.
He's ready to go
about this.
He misses mom.
Yo, again, I didn't want to say it like that, but even the way T kind of positioned that just now, it's like when you don't want to play by the rules no more that you know are out there.
That you know could get you killed.
Could you know get you killed? And you want to go roll?
He said he said that shit on Drink Champ. He said, look, they was like, why you rolling around with no security? Like, why
he
you
did
moving
come on
like
there.
that?
I saw that.
He was like, man, listen, you know, if they gonna do me tomorrow, he was talking about it. Like,
we joke. This was good. Y'all talking about a lot of people.
If this is my last interview, I'm gonna tell you. Like, he said shit like,
feel it on him. Pray for that man.
I think he feels like that's gonna be the great ending for him. He wants to be a martyr.
His last 2 albums, the content, like if you go back and you really listen to it, it's like, okay, he took trap beats and drill beats and was spitting gospel over it, and it was
crazy.
And we praying for you, Kanye.
So it's like I've never seen that though.
I didn't even look at it. I didn't even look at it from that aspect of what y'all talking about.
The 7 Day Theory album where Pac put himself up like he did.
But he always. Pac always said he's gonna be dead. He gonna die.
That's
I'm
an
gonna die.
Archetype though. Like here comes Kanye, kind of doing the same.
But he's not saying like, I want to die.
Now listen,
I'm gonna be dead at this age.
Now I am a firm believer in the power of the tongue, and that says it in the Word of God too. Like you watch what you say. Either you got the ability to speak life or speak death. Now, so I do feel like you need to be conscious of what you're speaking and what you're saying. Because these things can become your reality if that's what you are wanting. Yeah. You know, so you got to be careful what you're speaking over your life. So I'm speaking nothing but, health for Kanye.
Yeah, now to the point where the jokes is over. Like, now
it's like, no, watch what you say, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is on such a huge platform. And now the Kardashian show about to come out. And he's going to be on the show. Like
Pete Davidson is too.
Yeah, it's just a recipe for a disaster.
You know they always good, and I think the show comes on at the end of April. Yep. So
it's a recipe for disaster, and it's gonna be ridiculous. Yeah. And we were talking. Me and my husband was talking about it. He was like, because he was on there talking about, I told you not to have my to have
kids on social media.
Kids on social media. How you gonna tell them? Kim Kardashian, the queen of social media, not to have the kids on social media.
That's crazy.
The queen of social media. Come on now.
They on 2 different ways.
Pray for that, man.
You know. But I'll tell you another quick thing before we wrap this thing up. Well, 2 more things. Our boy Kevin Durant, who everybody used to say I look like, I feel like I don't like Kevin Durant. When I had my hair and stuff, he would be like, "Hey, you KD, bro? Hey, you know you look like, bro? You look like Kevin Durant, bro." And I'd be like, "Man, look, I wish I had his money. I would love to be his."
Yes, me too.
I would love to be his. So, hey, KD, if you see any resemblance, bro, if you don't want to do no cameos, let me know. I'm here for you. But anyway, KD is always, deemed as one of the most astounded basketball players in the NBA, as far as his game. But in this situation, we have now heard some negative things about Kevin Durant. And so just recently, Kevin Durant was fined $25,000 for cursing out a fan.
He can wipe his butt with that.
Apparently, the fan had said something to KD, and KD said, such and such, why don't you shut the F up, is what he told the fan.
That's it?
He told the fan to shut the F up, apparently in an aggressive way. So the NBA had fined him for saying that. And, And here it goes back to this again with the whole athletes and stuff like that. I feel like, yes, these athletes, these professional athletes, supposed to carry themselves in a demeanor where they should be able to, you know, be professional at all times, because you are representing a brand, you are representing you are these kids' role models and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like society puts so much pressure on these athletes as if they're not human or they don't have emotions.
Yeah.
So you never know what this man is going through. Like, he has so much going through right now. He's in this arena. Ain't no telling what could have happened in his personal life. He has money's at stake. You know what I'm saying? You got endorsements. You try to hit this goal. You want to be the best. You want to win a title. You might not be getting along with teammates. And it could have been this day where, dang, he messed up. A fan said something.
And he snapped.
And I feel like his fans don't feel like you can sit up there and say anything to anyone and expect for them to be all peaches and roses because you paid tickets to come see them play so you can talk to them any kind of way. Where you keep that at? I feel like, too, they need to start putting more stipulations on these fans. Like, because these fans feel like because they pay their money, they can still do what they want to do and say what they want to say. Nah. So I'm just kind of feeling it for KD. You know, like we said, 25,000 probably ain't nothing, but I feel like these fans should be held at some type of standard as well too when it comes to these athletes. We should give them a break.
The world is so opinionated.
They are, and everyone's so sensitive nowadays.
Everybody's so sensitive.
Everybody is so sensitive.
That's what it is.
They sensitive.
Because everybody has an opinion,
Like,
but everybody's just so sensitive.
It's crazy.
Oh.
Like, oh, he hurt my feelings, so
I want your money.
What?
Everything's a comment.
It's crazy.
Everything is a comment section.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
like
You're not mentally strong enough to endure seeing like.
turn your comment section off,
yeah.
please.
Like, this man is doing. You basically telling this man some craziness. Like, what? Who are you to say? As if he's not a human being. But you mad because he told you to shut the F up. Now I don't condone him, you know, doing all that. But you know, at the same time, we all human. We slip up. We human.
I'll close it out. I definitely
So-
shout out all y'all Sis Was Good fans. And followers.
Yes.
They've been very engaging.
Yeah.
Every time I get on y'all's page, following y'all shit keep going up.
We just thank y'all.
We
Yeah,
do.
shout out to y'all, black women. Shout out to all the black
Ooh,
women.
Gee, one more thing before we talk about black women, before we close out, y'all. Y'all gotta see, if y'all seen my girl, Rihanna. Rihanna is in her third trimester. When I tell you, that is a pregnant woman who is just, I love how the way she owns her own skin.
Yeah.
That's how Drea
She
finna
always
look.
does it.
That's
She
what I
owns
said.
her own
That's how Drea finna
skin.
look.
That's how I told my husband. I said, you know, that's how I'm gonna look when I get
Exactly
pregnant.
how she gonna look.
You know,
I can't wait.
I'm gonna own it because she owns her sexuality before she even got pregnant.
She did.
Now that she has this being, she knows what the woman's body is worth, honey. Cause can't no man do what she's doing
She is
right now.
killing it. She's
And
killing it.
She is embracing
I mean,
it.
the
and
styles. I mean,
yes.
it looks, and the great thing about it is it's so classy. But like, it's Rihanna. Like, it ain't like like she knows exactly what angle, how to do it, how to accessorize
It's just
it.
Rihanna. It's Rihanna. Like, I love it.
Black women, man.
You know, so
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to the
black-
black
yes,
women.
shout out
Rihanna,
to
you doing
women.
your thing, baby. Caress you with
Yes,
ASAP
yes.
Rocky. But y'all, it's been another banging episode here. We hope y'all enjoyed this. Please make sure you comment and subscribe, like,
keep doing it.
let us know what it is you want us to talk about. We are
Yes.
open to suggestions. We love
Yes.
y'all. So let us know.
Yes, and thank you again for our listeners. We do appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
People who look at us on YouTube,
Shout
we
out to
appreciate
Susie.
Yes.
Susie,
Susie be going, y'all be
Lisa,
going hard.
What's up, Susie?
our
Lisa.
Kelly. We have so many dedicated fans. It's like
Yes.
it makes us like so proud. And
Yeah.
for tell your grandpappy, your
Everybody.
Yes.
grandma. Your cousin, your sister, your brother, it's for everybody. We do it for y'all.
Yes, we do.
This is your Classy Bougie Ratchet podcast show. And me and T, we out. Until
We
next
out.
week.
Peace.
And we love you, family.
See y'all next weekend.
All right.
Playing
Banging show.
Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now.